Thank you, Chair. I recognize your presence. My name is Collins Ndilema. I'm the Council Secretary. With me is the team that is going to introduce themselves. I have the Director, Works, Mr. Msonda. I have the Director Planning, Madam Katepa. I have the Treasurer, Mr. Elias. I also have the Procurement Officer, Mr. Taonga, and also Internal Auditor, Eddie Makunga. Thank you.
Please kindly introduce yourselves. Give us your position. Use the other mic. Yes.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, members of the committee. My name is Eras Chota, Council Treasurer from Chereng. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. My name is Engineer Msonda Christie. I'm the Director of Works.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kate Pakawe, the District Planning Officer. Thank you.
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, everyone. Makunga Eddie are my names, Internal Auditor.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, members of the committee. Taonga Simukoko, Procurement Officer, Nchelenge Town Council.
Thank you very much, honorable members of Parliament. Honorable Singombe.
Chair, I'm very grateful. Good morning, my colleagues. Good morning, our permanent witnesses. Good morning, Nchelenge Town Council. My name is Singombe Edgar, representing the people of Dundumwezi in Kalomo, Southern Province. You are welcome to your committee. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, and good morning, honorable colleagues. Good morning, our permanent witnesses. Good morning, Challenge Council. My name is Elliot Kamondo. I'm a Member of Parliament from Fumbwe constituents and a member of this committee.
Good morning, Chair, and good morning, permanent witnesses. Good morning, Challenge. I'm Honorable Dr. Aaron Mwanza, Member of Parliament for Kaumbwe constituency, Petauke district of the Eastern Province. You're most welcome to your committee. Thank you.
Yes, honorable.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, everyone. CS, you are welcome. Mutelo Mishek, MP for Mitete, and a member of your committee. You are welcome once more again.
Morning, Chair. Morning, fellow honorable members of Parliament. Good morning, our permanent witnesses. And good morning, Cherenge Council. This is Honorable Ohamba Mwene, Member of Parliament for Mangango Consensus. And I'm a member of this committee. Thank you.
Chair, good morning. Good morning, honorable members. Good morning to you, our permanent witness. That is the Office of Auditor General, Ministry of Finance, and the Ministry of Local Government. Cherenge Town Council, you are welcome to the committee, and you are welcome to Mandevu constituency in particular, where I represent the good people of Mandevu. My name is Christopher Shakafuswa. I'm a member of the committee.
Chair, I greet you and my fellow members of Parliament. Cherenge, you are most welcome to your committee, and Happy New Year to you. I'm Honorable Smumba Lucas, Member of Parliament for Nakonde. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Vice Chair.
Thank you, Chair, and a very good morning to you, honorable members of Parliament, our witnesses, and Cherenge Council. You're most welcome. My name is Honorable Kampamba Mlenga. I am Member of Parliament for the good people of Kalulushi on the Copper Belt. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much. Witness, my name is Mulunda Darius, Member of Parliament for Siavonga constituency and the chairperson for this committee, the Committee on Local Government Accounts. Under Cap 12 of the laws of Zambia, witness, members of Parliament enjoy the immunity in the House, and the same is extended to you when you appear before any parliamentary committee. You are conferred with the immunity as well, that whatever you say during our interaction will not be used against you. However, if you choose to mislead this committee, misinform the committee, the same Cap 12 will be used against you. However, I have no doubt in my mind that you wouldn't take that route and that you're going to give us the best information, the truthful information that we are looking for, the information that will help us, generate a very good report. With that said, Council Secretary, I will now invite you to make your submission before this committee with further guidance that you will highlight the query and then be able to go to management response, and thereafter you go to the action that the management has taken, and of course the remedy that the management is offering. You may proceed.
Thank you very much, Chair. Before I get into my report, allow me, Chair, to submit an addendum on page 6, Chair.
Page 6, members.
Like to submit that we are submitting a table. We noticed that there was a figure that was left out in one ledger. It is making some changes on the total under the balances. Under the balances, give me the submissions, the copies. You notice, Chair, that the total has changed from 5.1 million to 4.8. So the table, we are replacing page 6, Chair.
Okay, so the figure will be 4 point?
The figure will be 4.891.
891.
787.12.
87.
That will be the balance will change from 5.1. 4891 787.12, and also it will affect
Secretariat.
It will affect the appendices 4. There's a table.
Appendices 4.
Appendices 4, Chair. The second copy, there's a table on completed 2022 completed CDF project, community projects. The copy is coming, Chair. That was an omission in payment under project number 11, under Kapako Bridge. There was a payment of 236. The last one, Chair, is the next page, just on the percentages.
Under completed projects.
Appendices 4.
Yes.
2022 completed CDF community projects.
So project number 11.
Project under 11, the last one, Chair.
Yes.
Construction of temporary Kapako Bridge. The total payment is coming to 320. You notice on that copy there is 84,340, Chair. We missed on the ledger, there was another payment of 236. When you add the two, we'll give you a total of 320, which is on a repressed copy that we have just distributed, Chair. 320, 492.95. Under balance, it will read the retention amount at 5% of 16,868.05. I want in Chair to say the next page is on the also 2022 CDF community projects, just on the 2 percentages of completion on a status. It is showing 80%. Chair, the calculation should be 63%. The third project, where it's showing 36%, it should read 40%. Or 40%. With those corrections, Chair, allow me to get to the report. On page 1, Chair, I wish to submit the memorandum to the Local Government Accounts Committee regarding page 90 of the report of the Auditor General's report on constituency development of fund CDF accounts for the local authorities for the financial year ending 31st December 2022. Specific audit findings. Item 1, community projects, bullet point, poor quality of desk supplies to school. Chair, I move on to page 2, as guided, management response. Cause of query. Management, Chair, acknowledges the auditor's observation on the poor quality of desks supplied to schools and wish to report that the contractors supplied desks in good condition at the time of delivery. However, Chair, it was later discovered that some desks started separating due to the timber which was not fully cured. In addition, Chair, the desks that were found broken could be attributed to poor handling of desks in schools. Action taken. The Council had re-engaged the affected contractors to repair the desks, and they have complied accordingly. See Appendices 1. Remedial measure. Chair, the Council has put up measures to ensure that contractors produce quality works as indicated below. 1, the strengthening of the district inspection team by including the DEBS office and the infrastructure office, whose responsibility is to check on the quality of desks before the delivery to schools. Second bullet point, inclusion of clause of 3 months contractual warrant in the contract to assure the Council that the desks are free from defects, which is a legal binding commitment, Chair. In the event that the desk fails to meet the standards set out in the contract, then the contract will provide a specific remedy, such as replacement or repair. I move on to 2, Roman numerals 2, empowerment grants, failure to implement projects. Cause of query, management response. Chair, management acknowledges the auditor's observation on the failure to implement projects under empowerment grants by 26 groups, translating to 32%, and wish to report that this was due to non-commitment by the beneficiaries and, to some extent, lack of financial literacy. Action taken. Chair, the Council had engaged the 26 beneficiaries who did not implement their projects at the time of audit and encouraged them to implement their projects as per approved project proposals. Further, Chair, out of the 26 beneficiaries, 10 have since started operating, while the 16 beneficiaries who did not comply were reported to Ncherenge Police Station, where they had made serious commitment to implement the projects. See Appendices 2. Remedial measure. Chair, the Council enhance the monitoring and evaluation to ensure consistent and timely undertaking of project implementation in order to eliminate aspects of misapplication and misappropriation of empowerment grants by the cooperatives. Further, Chair, the Council will enhance and continue sensitization programs to the beneficiaries even after receiving the funds in collaboration with Community Development Office in the district. In addition, Chair, the Council will continue conducting financial literacy trainings to the beneficiaries of empowerment grants to enhance accountability and effective implementation of the projects, to equip them with knowledge to help them make informed decisions. Chair, I move on to page 5 under category B, cross-cutting audit finding. Appendices 1, budget performance. Chair, we have a table that has been placed there. Management response under budget performance. Cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation on the budget performance of constituent development funds for the financial year ending 31st December 2022, and wish to report that the failure to implement project was attributed to the delays in the release of the ministerial guidelines, which were issued through circular number 15 of 2022, dated 27th October 2022, and delay in the Treasury's authority for utilization of allocated funds, which was granted on 6th December 2022. In addition, Chair, the late release of circular Ministry of Local Government and Rural Development /101/122/157 dated 24th March 2023 delayed the implementation process. Further, Chair, the Council wished to report that the amount totaling to 1,863,029, which were brought forward from 2021, were committed funds for the purchase of a front-end loader. Action taken. Chair, the Council wished to report that 1,381,500 had been spent on the procurement of a front-end loader from Delta Auto and Equipment Limited from the brought forward funds for 2021, while 84,274.74 was spent on maintenance of roads in Ncherenge district. Further, Chair, 115,573.88 was spent on retention for 3 contractors, and 281,657.73 had been used for various administrative costs. Chair, the Council managed to spend Chair, I move on to page 6. That's where I mentioned the replacement of the other copy. Chair, the Council managed to spend a total amount of 20,711,152.88 from 2022 CDF allocation, of which 6,657,401 was spent in 2022, and 14,053,6 751.88 was utilized in 2023 and leaving a balance of 4,891,787.12. In addition, Chair, the Council transferred 257,025, the accumulated interest on CDF account, to the Ministry of Finance Control 99 account on 18th October 2023. See Appendices 3. Chair, the table below shows the utilization of the funds as earlier looked at. Remedial measure, Chair, the Council will ensure that the awarding of contracts for community projects is done in a timely manner to avoid delays in the execution of projects. Further, Chair, the Council will ensure that the community projects are executed in accordance with the provision of the contracts. Appendices 2 on page 7, Chair, a failure to spend delayed implementation of approved projects. There is a table, Chair. I speak from the Auditor General's report. Management response, cause of query. Chair, the Council acknowledges the Auditor's observation on the delayed implementation of approved projects and wish to report that the delay was attributed to the late submission of application forms by the ward development committees. Further, when the Council submitted the Constituent Development Fund report to the province for approval, Chair, the reports were rejected or not approved because the ward development committees and the CDFC committee did not include desks as per presidential directives in 2022, which resulted in the delay of implementation of projects. Further, Chair, the delay in the Treasury Authority, as alluded to in the other report, for utilization of allocated fund, which was granted on the 6th December 2022, also contributed to the delayed implementation of approved projects. In addition, the central approval system and the provision of the Public Procurement Act number 8 of 2020 contributed to the delay in the implementation. Section 52, subsection 2A of the Public Procurement Act number 8 of 2020 provides that a procuring entity shall commence procuring proceeding only if the procurement is within the approved budget and the approvals authority has confirmed the availability of funds for the procurement requirements. Further, Chair, Section 56, subsection 3 provides that a person who knowingly commences or approves a procurement proceeding without ascertaining whether the procurement is within budget or funds are available for the procurement commits an offense. Action taken. Chair, the Council wished to report that a total number of 16 projects were completed and handed over, while 3 contracts were terminated due to non-performance. The terminated contracts, Chair, namely for streetlights, water scheme at Kanyembo Market and water scheme in Chilongo, were retendered and at various stages of procurement process. Chair, there is a table that is showing work in progress. See Appendices 4. Remedial measure. The Council, Chair, will ensure that the implementation of community projects are done in the shortest possible time, since ZPPA regulations have now been streamlined, Chair. For example, ZPPA number 3 of 2024, which among other issues, Chair, provides the implementation of projects even without the availability of funds, as long as the funds are assured by the Ministry. Appendices 8, Chair, failure to disembase soft loans. There is a table, Chair. Management response, cause of query. The Council acknowledges the auditor's observation on the failure to disembase soft loans and wish to report that as at October 2022, there was no guidance on the engagement of the financial institution by the local authorities for the provision of banking services for the management of loans under the Constituency Development Fund empowerment programs. Chair, further, the Council wished to report that National Savings and Credit (NATSAF) Bank delayed in clearing the loans which are done centrally by the headquarters of the bank. Furthermore, the Council wished to report that approval by the province can only be done after the recommendation by the bank. Action taken. The Council Chair wished to report that total amount of 2,891,682 for loans were disembased to the beneficiaries in the second quarter of 2023, and official handovers were done. There's a table, Chair. Appendices 5. We have Appendices 5 on that one, Chair. Remedial measures. The Council will ensure that disbursement of soft loans to beneficiaries will be done on time. Further, Chair, the Council will continue sensitizing the community regarding the requirements for them to access soft loans through radio programs, public address systems, and community meetings. Appendices 9.1, bursary, secondary school, and skills development and spent grant. There's a table, Chair. Management response, cause of query. Management acknowledges the auditor's observation regarding the unspent fund for bursaries and wish to report that the failure to spend fund was due to the few applications for the secondary boarding schools bursary. In addition, most beneficiaries under skills development bursary failed to report to trade school due to financial challenges to provide for meals and accommodation for themselves. Action taken. Chair, the Council wish to report that a total amount of 2,518,947.91 has been spent on bursaries. Out of the above stated amount, 1,709,415 was spent in 2022, and 809,532.91 was utilized in 2023 due to delays in approval by the province. Further, Chair, the Council through the Constituency Development Committee has approved the variation of 2,371,635.09 of unspent funds for bursaries to community projects towards roads. There is a table, Chair. See Appendices 6. Remedial measure. Chair, the Council will ensure that grants provided for secondary school and skills training are timely disbursed to actualize the true intention of the CDF, which is to provide vulnerable learners with access to secondary school and skills training institutions with the aim of enhancing human development and drive the entrepreneurship agenda at the local level. In conclusion, Chair, I wish to assure your committee that the remedial measures that have been submitted to the committee will be implemented and reviewed for further improvement. I submit, Chair, for your deliberation. Thank you.
Honorable Mwene.
Thank you so much, Chair. Chair, I would like to lead you to page 7. We start with failure to spend.
Page 7 of the report.
Yes. Yes, from your table there, firstly on top is saying delayed implementation of approved projects. You can see the number of outstanding projects and completed work, approved projects. There were 19, Chair. Now, Chair, in the course of query, I would go to the second paragraph, which states that further, when the council submitted the CDF reports documents to the province for approval, the reports were rejected or not approved because the Ward Development Committees and the CDFC did not include desks as per presidential directive. My question, Chair, goes to the CS. Why his planner and director of works did not advise the people on the ground to include desks, because that's the reason why they are in that particular committee. Then the next question, Chair, is on page 8 of the same.
Can you exhaust that?
Yes, it's the same, yes.
Oh, it's the same question?
Yes, the same question.
Yes.
Here, Chair, the CSA on action taken is saying the council wished to report that a total number of 16 projects were completed and handed over, while 3 contracts were terminated due to non-performance. Chair, I have gone to Appendix 4. I have only found 8 completion certificates, but in the documents it's indicating 16. I don't know whether the CS has been able to come with the other completion certificates to provide as evidence to his committee. I submit, Chair.
Thank you very much. Council Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. The first question was on if we advised or not. Chair, in 2022, CDF was new on the ground, and of course I personally am not a member of CDF, but I took time, Chair, to ask the chairman to seek audience before their meeting, and I spoke to them and shared the circular that came from Ministry of Local Government on the guidance on presidential directives, but it was overlooked. And my officers, the planner, who is a member of the CDF committee, the director works, and the treasurer also labored on that. And when the report came out and the minutes, and we submitted them accordingly. And I relayed the message personally at the provincial level that the presidential directive has been overlooked. And hence, when they went through, when they sat, and the report came back. In fact, at that particular time, it was not at provincial level. Approval was at the ministry, and it came back, and that caused the delay. And when it came back, the committee has to sit and review. It is at that point where now they only allocated about 1.2 somewhere there, Chair, for desks. So in 2022, we had few desks that we attended to because there was that kind of a reversal. We did advise, Chair. On the termination of projects, the number 16 and what the other numbers that are not there, I will invite the engineer, but before he comes in, there was one project which was 3-in-1. I remember Shimpundu, we have a picture under there. It was a 3-in-1 project. There was a health post, annexure, sorry, and then there was a toilet, and also there was a water reticulation, which were attended separately. So maybe that's where the number is dropping, Chair. I apologize if there was a mix-up on the numbers, but I invite the engineer to come in. Thank you.
Director Engineer.
Thank you, Chair. I think the reason why we're having those 8 completed projects.
You can still pull the mic closer to you.
Right. So I'm saying the reason why we're having those 8 completion certificates is because most of the projects were phased. I'll take you to table on appendix
phased.
It's 3, yeah? Appendix 3.
Appendix 3.
Yeah, there's a table where it's showing revised projects.
Appendix 3, members. It's called what?
Revised projects. So on the first quarter, you notice that there's a procurement of desks. Then again, also in the second quarter, there is procurement of desks. So we did the desks in phases. Then on the same first quarter, number 4.
Are we there, honorable members?
Revised projects.
The first quarter, you had the desks.
We had desks, and if you notice, also in the second quarter, we had desks. So that's already 2 on desks. Then on the same first quarter, on project number 4, construction of stormy drainage in New Market, we actually phased it as well. Then on the third quarter, like the CS mentioned, on project number 11, where we had an ablution for Shimpundu Health Post. And again, on the fourth quarter, we had the construction of solar-powered scheme in Shimpundu Health Post, number 18. So most projects were phased. But when you look at the supply of desks and construction, what we have in the completion certificates are actually those for construction. I submit, Chair.
Honorable Mutera.
Just to start with the director, folks, you've rightly said it. Only those. So the interest is of the other ones, even the ones you faced. Are they complete or not? Thank you, they were first. Are they complete? If they are, where are the completion certificates? I took note because I was wondering, Chair, construction of a health post, 2 million. Then I was saying, what kind of a health post is this? Closer maybe to kind of a mini hospital. A health post, 2 million. But that aside, if they were first, are they complete? If the answer is yes, where are the completion certificates? That is a follow-up. The other follow-up, we hear you. No, the CS is not part and parcel of the CDF committee. Truthful so, though he can be simoned. You advised. Your members, who are permanent members in the CDF committee, also advised. We agree with you. Then the CDF rejected. Where is that rejection? Where do you lead us, the minutes, to say, no, we did our part? but they overruled us. We agree with you. Where is that? Do you have the minutes? When was the meeting held?
Council Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. On the completion certificate, we could have a bit of mix-up, Chair. I apologize. On the desks, we did not issue completion certificates because initially we had taken it is for supply.
You did a good job. Normally, that's why we again say, did you pass it through Chalimbana? And the answer to your colleagues has always been yes, not knowing is challenging. Did you pass it through Chalimbana?
Yes, yes, Chair, we did.
I guess that's where you were able to amend the addendum that you have resubmitted. What was now wrong to see this, that you are now coming to tell the chair and the committee to say, no, there was a mix-up? You couldn't see that mix-up in Chalimbana. You were able to see these other mistakes. You are now learning here, the last Chalimbana.
Honorable for Dankonde, then Honorable for
Thank you very much, Chair. And I'm sure those are the two questions you need to answer. Now, the follow-up that I would want you to combine is of the installation of street lights along Wuntungwa Road. When you look at how much was approved, I think on the same, this is appendix what? On the same appendix 3, the installation of street lights along Wuntungwa Road, the approved amount was 848, right? 848, 15 kwacha. Then here, installation of street lights along Wuntungwa Road, you spent 918, 400. 918. Are you there? When you look at this request for approval of 19, check this list. Request for approval of 19 CDF community projects for Nchelenge, word and amount. I would want you to reconcile the two figures. The amount approved was 848, 15 kwacha. The amount spent on Nchelenge was 918, 400. Are you there? You have seen, Chair? The 9. Check on where your, who is this is the director works? Yeah, where the director works took us, where there is phase 1, second, third quarter, fourth quarter, appendix 3. So on fourth quarter, project number 14, installation of street lights along Wuntungwa Road. You are there? You have seen an amount, how much? It is 918.
918, 400.
Okay. Again, how much was it approved? The next page. The first item, installation of street lights. How much was approved?
It's 448. 848, sorry.
Yes. So, we'd want to find out which one is the correct figure that the committee can take. Chair, submit.
All right. Honorable Dr. Is it the same? Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Chair.
Just wait for the other question, then you go. You answer them actually. Or
yes, on the same, you are saying on page 8, you are saying 3 contracts were terminated. On page 8 of your report, you are saying the 16 projects were completed and handed over, while 3 contracts were terminated due to non-performance. The terminated contracts, namely streetlights, water scheme at Kanyembo and water scheme at Chilongo, were retendered and are at various stages of the procurement. But when I see the project status report, the streetlight project is not at procurement stage, it is ongoing. Out of the 3 that were terminated, the streetlight project is ongoing, and yet you said they are at the procurement stage on page 8. So what do we take about that, the status of that project? And following his question on completion certificates, I note that the Rural Health Center at Shimpundu was constructed by one contractor. And the completion certificates, the second completion certificate, which is on Appendix 3, is it 4? 4. Or 4? Yeah. The second certificate is construction of Shimpundu Health Post at 2,161,650. So I take, this is the main structure, and this same contractor, Star Agency General Dealers, has another completion certificate, which is certificate number 7. Completion certificate number 7, construction of an ablution block at Shimpundu Health Post. And the contract sum is 40,000 kwacha. This is the completion certificate that is handed over to Star Agency General Dealers. The question is, the construction of an ablution block at Shimpundu, when I look at the picture, was 40,000 kwacha sufficient to cover the cost of an ablution block? Maybe answer those questions first.
Council Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. I'll begin with the last one. The cost is not 40,000. The cost of the ablution block was 400,000. The ablution block, we might have made mistake 0, a typing error. I apologize. The toilet was, I remember it vividly, Chair, it was 400,000. The cost of the main structure, the annexure, it was 2.1, Chair. Like it was alluded to, it's not a maternity, a health post. It's an annexure. It's quite a massive project. If you look at it, it's not those ordinary maternity that were being constructed. This was a.
Before the CS goes ahead, treasurer, where is the treasurer? In accounts, a 400,000 kwacha written as 40,000 kwacha, and you are being audited. Would that equate to typo error? You would want the auditors to get it as typo error.
Through the CS, in answering this question, Chair, let me take the Honorable to
Sir,
the table of complete.
you have on papers a 40,000 kwacha. In answering to auditors, you now tell them, we are sorry, it's not a 40,000 kwacha. Even if normally we say we are not in court, but say you are now in court, then you now say this 40,000 kwacha, it is 400,000 kwacha. Okay. Do you think such evidence will be of any help anywhere? You as an accountant.
Chair, before the treasurer comes in, we submitted this copy, Chair, which is showing 400.
No, maybe that's what I want to say. I wanted to say, in justifying that this is a typo error, do you have other evidence on another?
Chair, we submitted the copy, the one which we replaced
exactly,
on.
That's what we are asking for. If there is something that is going to back, yes, that is going to justify that this is a typo error, then we can have that, and then
the one that we distributed, Chair,
yes,
in my face before I presented.
I think, Chair, not to defend them. Project number 6, construction of ablution block at Shimpundu. There is that amount 400.
Through you, Chair.
That justifies.
Through you, Chair.
Yes.
This is a very serious omission. This is a completion certificate issued to a contractor. He will use this completion certificate to bid for other projects for experience of works in similar projects. And the evaluation committee, wherever he is going to bid, they will look at the project that he did in Chelenge, the ablution blocks that he constructed, them were at 40,000. So they would be attracted to give contract to this contractor. What are you going to do about this issue?
So maybe in the interest of time, Council Secretary, you are supposed to write to generate another completion certificate. You attach that one with a memo justifying to say you have cancelled completion certificate number so-so, and it has been replaced with number so-so completion certificate on an account that there was a typo error on the amount. You justify. Anybody that comes will see that you have cleared it.
Thank you, Chair.
So we can progress.
As much as we proceed, the contractor has a completion of certificate that is reading.
Can you mute this one, Nyambose?
That is reading 40,000 kwacha. Now they are coming here to say, no, we have changed the figures. How do we know? Maybe now the 360 is sitting with the council secretary and his management. You would have paid the 40,000 kwacha to a contract. No wonder Honorable Simumba is also coming with two figures. I would love also you to produce some other evidence. And that is a serious thing to do, Treasurer. You don't do that. Director of Works, where is the one for procurement? You don't do such things.
Chair. Okay, just like you have guided, please, you proceed in that fashion. Another question?
Yes, Chair. There was another question that...
yes, okay.
Sure. And also, don't forget to answer the installation of street lights, which is in work in progress, but there it is showing terminated.
Terminated. Council Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. The procurement for street lights, it was at the time of audit that the street lights were ongoing. We are saying it is at procurement stage during the time of audit. it was ongoing, Chair, because when we terminated, we had to begin the retendering process again. Currently, Chair, the street lights, I think the poles have been delivered. We have even submitted in our annexure some of the pictures. The contractors delivered the poles. On the rejection of our report to the province, Chair, there was that question that came through, whether we have evidence. Yes, Chair, we have evidence. I think the DPO can go to the minutes of the CDF committee where we advised, and the submission again, the report that came from the province of the rejection, the minutes are there, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Simon.
Chair, thank you very much. Taken a note on page 6 that there is some variations that we have taken from the bursaries to roads. But when I check on the letters...
DPO, do you have the copies of the minutes? Do you have them here, or you have them in your file? Please, your mic. You're saying?
I'm saying let me just go to the minutes, then I can...
All right, thank you. Honorable Simumba, continue.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, the council wishes to report that...
On page 6, eh?
Yes, page 6, also page 10, the variations. Page 6, there is a variation when you look at bursaries. The variation of 2.371, variation from bursaries to roads. I wanted to see the letter of approval from the ministry that approved this variation. Before you check on that letter, I would also want to know when were you audited, because the date also would determine when the letter came. Because when I checked on the appendices, Chair, they have attached the letter that was approved for all the projects. Now, for the variation, they haven't attached the letter, so we don't know if they just used this money without an approval from the ministry. Chair, I submit.
Do you have bullet questions? Because if you load him, then you... Council Secretary, you can respond to that.
Thank you, Chair. On the variation of approved, it was done by approved by the CDF committee, Chair, and as the CS, we are now sub-warrant holders who have the authority to approve. And by approving, I agree with what the CDF committee has done and do a letter to the province for the variation for them for the approval, Chair. Not the letter from the ministry.
And that was done to the province?
Yes, we did, Chair.
Is it attached?
Sorry, Chair, I don't think we have it. It needs to. We don't have it here, Chair. Thank you.
Okay. Honorable Kamondo. I'm told you still have questions that you have not responded to.
Chair, I have responded to the report of the rejection. We have also tackled the issue of the certificate. The DPO, we are yet to pick the minutes, but I'm very sure we have the minutes, Chair. If we don't have them there here, Chair, we may submit with the Secretariat.
Any other question?
I think I've exhausted the questions that came.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Speaker, the questions we finish different places.
On the issue of the variation, I want to take you to page 9, which is also showing on page 6 on the empowerment loans.
Page 9.
Yes. First page 6.
Page 6.
Empowerment loans. On the remarks there is a variation from loans to roads. Variation from loans to roads. Also, when you go to page 9, the remarks are the same. I want to find out how much money was varied to go to the roads, and also I want to know whether the revolving funds gives authority to vary for capital projects. Maybe after those questions have been answered, then I will ask another question.
On the same. Honorable Mwanza.
Just in addition to what Honorable has said, what does the guideline speak about varying from more especially grants to capital projects? Grants and loans to capital projects. What does the guideline say? And were you in order to move some funds from grants, from loans to capital projects? Why didn't you? I realized you also administration cost. You have some money. Why didn't you vary from administration cost to capital projects?
Council Secretary.
Thank you. Through the chair, on page 6, Chair, I submitted earlier on that page 6 is replaced by a copy that we circulated. And if you look at that, I think it answers the question from the Member of Parliament on that one.
Okay.
As to the authority...
Go ahead, Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair.
Members, let's pay attention.
Thank you, Chair. As to the authority to vary from, why we didn't vary from administrative cost, Chair, administration is still ongoing. We need to implement other projects. Therefore, the committee thought it wise to vary the funds because, like we stated, Chair, that there was a poor response. Thank you, Chair.
Have you exhausted?
Chair.
Yes.
The question from Honorable Mwanza, doctor, engineer, says, if you can't vary from administration costs, why did you vary from grants? And on this paper, it is stipulated. Are you supported by the CDF guidelines that you can vary funds from grants and loans? Yes or no? As we are waiting for the DPO to come up with the minutes.
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, variations are allowed to vary. We were given a circular after noticing that some votes were not moving. In particular, like in our case, funds were there. So there is authority to vary. Chair.
Chair.
Yes.
Chair, thank you very much. CS, the authority to vary funds, yes, you can vary funds from grants, bursaries. You can't vary funds for loans because these are revolved funds. Because you need these monies to help other people. So the money for the loans, the component for the loans, you cannot vary them. You need to revisit your guidelines. And having said that, Chair, I also had to ask about the money on the street lights. There were two amounts. The one for 914, and also there was another amount which was approved for 840. So we wanted to know as a committee, which value are we going to take? You haven't answered. Chair, I wanted the...
That's why I said let's
thank
give
you.
them time so that they exhaust
Yes.
questions. Please respond to that.
Thank you, Chair. Before I I answer that one, Chair. The Member of Parliament, Doctor, was looking at the first copy like I mentioned. When you look at this other one, the loans were not varied, Chair. The other copy that we have distributed, it's saying carried forward to 2023. So he is still looking at the old copy, Chair.
All right.
Thank you.
Respond to his
Then
question.
on...
It's fine. Council Secretary, can you respond?
The Chair, the other one on the amount of 918 and 800, that was the Treasury clearance, Chair. I would invite the procurement to come in that one. Thank you.
Procurement.
Chair,
before you do that, DPO, don't stress. If that document is not there, tell us it's not there. Don't stress, because here you're under Cap 12. You must just tell us what you have and what you don't have. Go ahead.
Chair, through you, when we are seeking for approval for projects, first there is what comes from the Constituency Development Fund Committee, which is usually the estimates which are submitted to the province and are therefore, I mean, they are cleared by the province or the ministry by that time. And then after that, we start the tendering processes. When we start the tender processes, there's what we call the best evaluated bidder sums, what has been submitted, what has been accepted by the procurement committee, which in this case was 848. So the 848, if you check the letter which we have attached, it is from Treasury clearance, meaning it was Treasury now clearing the contract after the procurement process was concluded. I submit, Chair.
On the same.
Yes.
I note that this is a 2022 project. Chair, just installation of lights, street lights from 2022, and they are saying work in progress. How many street lights are you putting that can take the whole 2022, the whole 2023, up to now, and the project is still going on? Would want to know how many and why have you taken so long?
So maybe it's the completion percentage. What's the completion percentage?
On the same, the CS said they started, they terminated, they re-advertised. Now that's where we are. Yes or no?
Through the Chair, yes.
Yes, I should think so. Sometimes you help us so that we quickly finish. So you have the termination letters, and then they re-advertised, and so that we move.
Through the Chair, yes, that's a process that we did, Chair.
Members,
thank you.
Do you have the termination letters?
Yes, Chair.
Yes, and then they re-advertised. So that we move. You just say go to appendix, so we are all yes. Procurement office, I can see you all that energy. You can quickly lead us.
Want to move. Yes, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. We go to another question on page 1 about the poor quality of desks.
Page 1 of
poor quality of desks supplied to schools. I went straight to appendix 1, that is describing the details of these defective desks. I do realize that an inspection team, after the auditor's findings, an inspection team was constituted and they did an assessment of the desks. The date of inspection was the 11th November 2023. And then the inspection team established the number of desks that were 40 as supplied by different suppliers, and you can see the table on Appendix 1, which is showing name of supplier and the quantity of 40 desks. My questions are, the inspection team established this assessment report on 11th November. But suppliers were served with the letters to correct these defects on 10th November. How did the inspection team ascertain the quantities of the 40 desks before carrying out an inspection? Because you inspected on the 11th, and then on 10th, suppliers were served with the letters of the quantities of desks that were 40. And that is one question. The second question is, one supplier called the Mamajori, General Dealers and Suppliers, from the letter of demand, which is attached to your inspection report, you discovered that this supplier supplied 10 defective desks, and you instructed that the supplier needs to attend to this issue immediately through the letter dated 10th November. But the supplier only attended to 8, defying your orders. Why didn't the supplier amend 2 desks? I rest my case.
Council Secretary, well, responding to that, just on the same page where my colleague quoted the first page,
Mr. Chair.
there is a reason that you advanced as management on the cause of query. If I may read the last sentence, say, in addition, the desks were found broken. The desks that were found broken could be attributed to poor handling of desks in schools. Is that valid? If I may ask, just this is just your opinion and your comment. You have been to school, different schools, and you have seen desks that are broken. At what rate? And these desks were newly manufactured, but you are attributing them to poor handling. Is that an honest observation? A new reconstructed desk, because children, I don't believe they throw these desks there. Now, within that shortest period, you could attribute it to poor handling, that the children are throwing desks. I want you to include that in your response. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, we are attributing to that. I'm being honest. At a number of times, Chair, we have seen when there is football match that is going on, we see these desks that are put from classes from time to time put by the pitch.
I appreciate that, but these are new. I've used them football pitch, and then even when you see them, maybe I should add another question that is warping. These desks, the timber is warping.
Yes, sir.
And you have been going there, you have the vehicle, you have the money to monitor that the right timber is being used. And then 2 months, 3 months, the desks are warping. You also attribute to something else. And that's what I'm saying. Have you seen these new desks being taken to the ground? And that's why I said I need your honest response.
Thank you, Chair. We stated in our cause of query that we agreed with the auditors that this was due to timber which was not very cured, but we are also attributing because we have seen desks taken outside, Chair. I'm being honest.
I didn't know you could be very economical with the truth. I can't believe that. Sure. Mr. Nderam.
Says, these are not the first desks in Challenge that would be taken out in terms of football matches. These are not the first ones. If anything, these are as new as they are. No wonder the chairperson had to ask you like that, just to come out open. Say these desks, the truth could be that the wood was not what? Cured. Your committee will not accept the reasons of no children. No. You cannot bring the school pupils. You can't. Leave the school pupils on their own. Those are the ones we are saying there should be provided with quality desks. We are using this table for so many years. Why haven't they separated? Why?
Thank you. Just there. Can you go to page 1? Page 1. Yeah. You have to come back to his answer. We are just trying to find something out of you. But can you go to page 1? Read the bullet question there. Community project. What's the bullet there?
A poor quality of desks supplied to schools.
So what does that mean to you as an individual? That is number 1. Just read the last sentence on the Auditor General. However, you start from however on the same. However, a verification carried out.
However, a verification carried out on 29 September revealed that the quality of these desks were not up to standard, as they had started separating, breaking and bending.
Thank you very much. Now, that was the finding from the auditors. They realized, 1, it was poor desks. 2, when they went to verify, actually, they realized the quality was very poor because they had started bending. And you are saying because children were jumping on them. That's why I said, I'm surprised the levels of, what word can I use, dishonest or what, or lack of, or being economical with the truth. Because just the heading would have told you what actually these desks were. They had started bending. They realized, the auditors realized that actually it was poor quality. But you want to turn around and insist to say, no, at the football ground, they are jumping, they are doing, please don't do that. You are the manager of this particular channel. You are in charge of it. So it's incumbent upon you to be able to come out truthfully, and then we find the solution. We find, because anywhere will be taken, you will not advance that reasoning. Because they will tell you, no, actually it's the poor quality. So wanted to get it from you out of that, so you can respond to his question.
Thank you, Chair, for the guide.
Welcome.
I invite the Director of Works to respond to Mamajo in terms of the numbers of the desks that were inspected.
Just to respond on the questions. The numbers for Mama Jory, I apologize for the mistake. It was supposed to be 10, which actually changes the figure from 45 to 47. And the inspection date was actually 10th, because we did the inspection.
Your report on Appendix 1. We can go to Appendix 1. Yes, Appendix 1. Page 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th page. Date of inspection, 11th November 2023. And the findings are tabulated in the report, figure 1, and even it was actually a very high-profile inspection team. This report, you can check the list of inspectors: Engineer Musonda Christie, Director of Works, Deputy Director of Works, also Internal Auditor, Procurement Officer, Infrastructure, Buildings Inspector, including Debs. So it was on 11th November. And the stamp, it was stamped on the 29th September 2023.
Director of Works, you have seen the mix-up.
Yeah, yes, Chair.
What's your comment?
So my comment was, I apologize for the mistake. The date is supposed to be 10th November for the inspection, because we did the inspection, then later that's when we issued those letters to the suppliers. Then that's why I was saying, for the figure which is actually 45, it now changes to 47.
Director of Works, through CS, the audit issues, we must be very careful. Yes. Because anything that you do, people will pick it. Because now we are looking at the report, and then we feel we are being misled, and even when it's genuinely we made a mistake, but we feel then maybe there's something that we are hiding. That's why issues of audit, and this is the reason as to why they bring you to Charimbana. You spend days there, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, just to look at all these small things, so that when you are presenting it, it should be thorough. And you know that what you are presenting is anybody will ask a question. So if we have these now, we start either doubting you that he wants to mislead us, or start saying he is human, maybe you would have made this error. Yes,
Chair.
Honorable Mutero.
You don't just sit in the offices, or neither do you come at Chalimbana just to come and sit and quickly. No. We are there this time around to perfect the today and the tomorrow of our country. Others were there yesterday for whatever we are using today. One error, yes. Second error, we start doubting. Third, fourth. Do you think CS will still take those as errors? No. We are spending taxpayers' money, you and me and other people. Chair, we can go on asking questions, errors, and apologies.
Honorable Sumumba.
I think the last one.
We are winding up, honorable members.
Chair,
yes.
I wanted just to know, there is also some funds that were on page 5. On page 5, management response on further, the council wishes to report that amount totaling to 1,863,29, which were brought forward from 2021, were committed funds for the purchase of a front-end loader. I note, Chair, that Appendix 3, they made a transfer of this front-end loader on 9th June 2022. That was the transfer that you requested.
9th June.
Yes. When you look at that request for a bank transfer from our Constituency Development Fund, I wanted to find out if this load has been delivered. If it hasn't been delivered, what is the problem?
Council Secretary.
Thank you, Chair. The front-end loader was delivered, Chair. We have put evidence of pictorial, and it is. Can you get the picture?
What is it?
Appendix 6. Sorry. Appendix 4, sorry, Chair. The front-end loader was delivered, Chair, and it is labeled CDF 2021. It's on appendices. Appendices 4.
Okay. Honorable Kamondo, or else we are looking for it.
It's there. Yes, thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
Yes.
I just, on the failure to disburse soft loans, it starts on page 8.
Page 8.
Of your report.
Page 8?
Yes. I have 2 questions on that one. I wanted to find out whether this money had accrued some interest. If that was answered, then you leave it. And if it did, was this part of money also spent on the people that had applied? Because when you go to your appendix that you have given us here, I think it's appendix 5, on the bank statement which is here, it's on page 5, I think. It's showing that there is a balance of, I stand to be corrected anyway, 81,169 kwacha .3 ngwe. I wanted to find out why do we still have this money which is not disbursed? Because the query was failure to disburse, but we're still having, and then you are trying to carry it forward. What should it be? Why didn't you give it out? Or maybe there were no people who had applied. I don't know.
It's a bullet.
Yes.
The front-end loader 1.3 for 2021. Does it mean you just budgeted for a front-end loader in 2021? Because in 2021, the CDF component, CS, was how much? 1.6. When you get the administration cost plus the front-end loader, does it mean it was just a front-end loader and administration cost for 2021? That's all you budgeted in challenge.
Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. The first project budgeted was front-end loader. The other one, like the Member of Parliament has said, it was administrative. Then what remained was attributed to the roads, Chair.
Thank you. You have answered his question.
The follow-up question, like we stated in our report, funds were transferred to Ministry of Finance. The balance, I would ask the Treasurer to elaborate more on that one.
I was not talking about the main account. I was talking about the revolving fund account, the loan account. I know the other one can be sent to the ministry, but I'm talking about the loan account. How much interest is accrued?
Yeah, just to add on, we would want to know the balance, because here, the balance here, Chair, is 81,169, and in the report they have stated to say it's 42,667.85. Even on this new page, which they devised when they were in Charimbana, is 42,667.82. And when you go, Chair, you check on this from the bank. Customer account register report is 81,169. Which one should we take as a committee, Chair? I submit.
Secretary.
Thank you very much, Chair. As the Treasurer is checking the bank statement, Chair, when you look at page 9, the approved amount for the loan is 2.9 in totality. But after the application and what was disbursed was 2.8. Therefore, we remained with something because what was issued out to beneficiaries according to what they requested. So that amount remained in the account. What was remitted to Ministry of Finance is the accrued interest. This amount remained, meaning that carrying forward in 2023, if there are more those that have applied, depending on, then this amount works on the loans, Chair.
Oh, Honorable Kamando.
But are you aware that it's supposed to be the money for Cherenge people? The interest end on the revolving fund. Are you aware that that is the money which is supposed to be for you to give the people of Cherenge other than sending it to the Ministry of Finance? Because there are two accounts which I earlier on talked about.
Which one did we send?
Secretary.
Yes, sir. I'm very much aware. The 257 that we sent was on the main CDF account, not in the loan account. No.
Okay.
Maybe I may put it that way, Chair. There's a main CDF account where the whole 28 million comes, and then we have a specific revolving account loan. So it's not that interest that we send to Ministry of Finance.
On the balances?
On the balances, Chair, I invite the Treasurer. It's supposed to be paid to the people of Chile.
Treasurer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. Actually, we did have the accrued amounts in terms of interest in the account, revolving account, and that's the more reason why the bank statement is showing 81, because 42 was the carried over amount which remained, and then the difference, the interest which was accrued, it is still sitting in the account. I submit, Chair.
And how much is it? The one that is sitting?
About 36 somewhere there.
About? No, we don't allow about. Is it 36?
Appendix 5, the second last page.
We are ending.
Yes. Appendix 5, the second last page. How much is the balance there? It's 81.
Yes.
81, Chair, 169. And in this report is 42.
So yes, Council Secretary?
Chair, the 42 which is indicated in the report is the amount of money that remained from the loan allocation.
Yes.
Disbursement, yes. That is the one which is showing in the report. But the interest is not showing in the report, but it's still sitting there in the account. I submit.
Which is 81?
81, the 81 includes the 42.
Oh,
because that balance is still in the account. So 81 includes the balance that remains from the loans and the interest accrued on the account.
Thank you very much. Auditors, can you help us understand that arithmetic? As you go to verify, please look at that arithmetic as well.
Yes.
You can switch off your mic. We didn't hear the voice of the DPO. Are you going to send the documents just to answer that?
Yes, so I checked through the minutes. We didn't attach, but we'll be able to submit the reports because the minutes are actually there, the ones that indicate.
So you deal with the Secretariat,
yes.
Thank you very much. Council Secretary, we appreciate your appearance before this committee, your committee on local government accounts. We want you to be more coordinated, and we want you to be in charge of the station, that local authority Council Secretary. Make sure that your departments are functioning accordingly, and development is dependent upon you. And we want quality works, not the desks that you come and claim the children were jumping on them. That will not be accepted, even as we didn't appreciate your submission this morning. But we want you to work as a team and make sure that you deliver quality development in Cherenge. Development for Cherenge is dependent upon you. I've seen on the projects that were 26, then eventually 10 were there, 16 are not there. When I look at the administrative component, I realize you are in negative. So you'd wonder. You would wonder what activities have been happening. I saw something in your report where it's blank. On the balance, actually, it's blank. So let's work as a team. Like I've said, when government releases funds to your local authorities, they expect you to deliver development. They expect you to deliver service to our people in our communities there. And if you are not the people that are in the forefront, people that are supposed to actualize whatever plan the government is promoting, then it's unfortunate. We wish you well, even as I remove the immunity that was conferred on you at the beginning of our interaction, and wish you a safe trip back to Nchereng. Thank you very much. You are free to leave.
Thank you very much, Chair.
Parliament is open to members of the general public who may wish to undertake familiarization tours of Parliament buildings, either in groups or as individuals, or to attend sittings of the House or parliamentary committees. All those wishing to visit Parliament can either write to the Clerk of the National Assembly of Zambia or simply come to Parliament buildings. Upon arrival at Parliament buildings, visitors are required to identify themselves. A passport or national registration card is required for identification purposes. All visitors to parliamentary premises are required to wear smart attire, either office or casual wear. Before gaining access to the galleries, all visitors are oriented and issued with passes by the Security Department at the Media and Visitors Center. Those whom permission is granted to sit in the galleries will be ushered to the appropriate galleries by protocol officers. Furthermore, visitors are not allowed to take with them into the galleries such articles as walking sticks, umbrellas, briefcases or parcels of any type, newspapers, magazines or cell phones. All such articles must be deposited at the reception desk. Visitors to the galleries are given copies of the order paper which shows the order in which the business of that particular day would be taken. You can follow all parliamentary sessions and committee sittings on GoTV channel 28, Topstar channel 5, DSTV channel 272, Parliament Radio, or like the National Assembly of Zambia Facebook page. My EPA.
Billy K on this.
Shaki's Entertainment Record.
Bama kukumbwa bonse pachipanda. You so beautiful, you so natural, so wonderful. You are beautifully made. Bakwita nati munge. Niwe toku ovule towni. Iwe ni towni. Why soon chita satisfy? Every day we fight. I wonder why. You sending coloring up papa down. Kuna como mwana wabe nakasembe.
inde sinina kumona pente. Fana ndibali basangusha matete. Kelo nge